Welcome to the Weather Center. We have a lot of weather alerts for your Wednesday across South Africa, and that includes a warning for heavy rains that could reach up to 50 millimeters in 24 hours over parts of the Eastern Cape, much of KwaZulu-Natal, and across southeastern Mpumalanga. We also have a warning in place for localized flooding along much of the south coast and the adjacent interior. A watch is also in place for significant snowfalls that could be disruptive over the northeastern areas of the Eastern Cape and over parts of the Drakensberg Mountains. You will also need to watch out for severe thunderstorms over the eastern areas of the Free State, parts of Mpumalanga, and across the eastern areas of the Limpopo province. A watch is also in place for gale force winds along much of the east coast, especially between East London and the Kosi Bay area. Now, all this is because of this cold front together with this cut-off flow which is deepening and approaching our shores. Now, these systems are going to result in heavy rain tonight along the south coast and the adjacent interior. Stormy weather over the eastern areas with severe thunderstorms possible in places. Now, on Wednesday, we are going to stay with rainy weather over the Cape provinces with a lot of cold air pushing from the southern areas into the central parts of South Africa. Isolated to scattered thunderstorms are forecast across the eastern areas. We are also going to see snowfalls on Wednesday night over the southern mountains, extending into the northeastern parts of the Eastern Cape and over parts of the Drakensberg Mountains. Now, it's going to be pretty breezy for your Wednesday along much of the east coast, winds gusting to 55 kilometers per hour around Durban. Strong winds are also forecast over the western and central interior. Fresh northwesterly airflow is forecast across the Gauteng province. Now, we are going to see rain and thunder showers across much of the northern Cape. It's going to be pretty chilly for the southern sections, where highs in the lower teens are forecast in most areas. Rain and thunder showers are also forecast once again over parts of the Western Cape, where highs in the upper teens and lower 20s are forecast in most places. It's going to be wet and chilly over the Southern Cape interior with a high of 10 forecast for Somerset East. Similar temperatures are expected around Graafrenet. A wet and chilly Wednesday is also forecast across much of the Eastern Cape interior. East London will manage a high of just around 16 degrees. We stay with isolated to scattered thunderstorms across much of KwaZulu-Natal, where Durban should peak at around 22 degrees. We are also going to see unsettled weather persisting across much of Mpumalanga, a hot 35 for the high in Mpombela. Limpopo will also see isolated to scattered thunderstorms this Wednesday, Polokwane peaking at around 31 degrees. Showers are forecast on Wednesday over the eastern areas of the northwest. Mahikeng is going to be partly cloudy and dry, warming to around 26 degrees. We are going to see unsettled weather persisting across much of the Free State and cold air reaching the southern and western parts of the province. Bloemfontein and Welkom should peak at around 24 degrees. It's also going to stay pretty stormy across the Gauteng province, Johannesburg and Vereeniging, both peaking at 28. On Thursday, we are going to see light rain extending from the central areas down into southern and eastern South Africa, and it will stay pretty chilly over much of the interior. The weather is going to become pretty quiet on Friday with mostly sunny skies for the northern sections.